Hello, and welcome to Modernizing Old Hymns. This is going to be a study on just one hymn today, hymn number 172 in the Lutheran hymnal, O Sacred Head Now Wounded. This hymn is also found in many other hymnals as well. It has an interesting history. It started back in the year 1601, written by a man named Hans Leonhard Hassler. He was the kind of guy, he have lute will travel. He was a lutist. He was the kind of guy who would, he claimed to be Protestant, but for the right price, he would write a song for Roman Catholics. And of course, he wrote plenty of secular music as well. And that's how this song started out. Now, if you're interested, I have a link below to one of my other videos. The first video I put up on this song was a translation of the original German into English. It sounds very much like a modern love song. It's a Platonic love song, the kind of song that says, I worship the ground you walk on, but you don't even know I exist. The last line, just the very last line of the hymn, has a religious connotation to it. And friend, if you're feeling brokenhearted, I want you to get a look at that song and look at that last line. Very important. There'd be fewer suicides in the world today if people would remember that last line. But some people felt that this melody had an inspired sound to it, and they wrote Christian words to the music. It was 55 years later that the award-winning German poet Paul Gerhardt wrote the words to the hymn that we have in our hymnal today, and again, these are found in many other hymnals as well. Now, the challenge I'm putting out today is, although we're going to play this on the guitar, let's try to make it sound like the hymnal version as much as possible. It's impossible to play it note for note the way it is in the hymnal, but let's try to get as close as we can today. This is one of the most complicated hymns you'll find in the Lutheran hymnal. It still must have had a special place in the hearts of the people who wrote the Lutheran hymnal. If you've seen my numbered lessons, one of the things they like to do is keep bouncing in and out of major and minor. Well, they do it a lot in this hymn. There are 3 different sustained chords in it. And there's a flourish in there. You hear quite a bit in classical music, Baroque music. They work that into this hymn, and it's the only hymn in the hymnal that they work this into. Okay, first thing we're going to do is just play the chords. Let me show you some things about the chords here. One of the things this hymn has is a bass run. Just the emotion in that, yes. In the strumming version, I like to use bar chords. There'll be times when we play just the regular F chord. There'll be times when we need to play a bar F chord. What I do is I like to take that chord. When we get to that bass run, it's on 3 chords. G, F, and then the E. One of the things I like to do too is while I'm playing that, I like to move my hand closer to the bridge. Kind of gives it a sting, and I think that's appropriate for a Good Friday hymn, like this. Another thing we need to do is work that flourish in there. We'll play the C sustained chord by working the F in with our little finger here on the 4th string. Pick up the little finger. Now pick up your middle finger. And then strum the C chord one more time. Again. Like that. By the way, too, there's a D minor chord with an F bass. This is how I play it. Bar at the 1st string. Finger here. Finger on the 3rd string here. And then reach up for the C with your little finger here. Okay, to be more exact here, I've written the hymn out in tabulature this time. First of all, let's just play through the chords themselves. You may want to stop here, use your screen capture program, and try to get a copy of this so you can follow along. Playing just the chords here, I'll strum once for every note. The first, normal A minor, normal F, okay, and then we'll soon get into that 3-chord run there. Here we go. Now I'm going to work the melody in by strumming up to the melody note. Okay. The melody note here is an E and A on the next one, and that's how I've written the tabulature here. It doesn't pay to play that fancy bar G chord here this time. You see, I worked the bass run in here with just a single note. Now, one of the problems we're going to have is you won't always be able to tell the major from the minor chords because we're not playing as many notes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to bring out the A major here, is I'm going to strum those 3 notes and quickly follow it with that little echo like that. That way people will be able to tell it's an A major and not an A minor. We've got to work the flourish in again. Okay. like that. We're strumming up to the second string on the C chord with our little finger down to play the F, and then go to that fourth string, pick up your little finger and your middle finger, and then strum the C chord one more time, just up to the second string. Now, something the hymnal does too that we can throw in, if you look at the tenor part in the hymnal, they quickly throw in an F sharp. That helps to distinguish the D major from the D minor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play that F sharp, the number 4 there, just very faintly there. Again. And look at how easy that D minor with the F bass is to play here. Just takes one finger. Here we go, just 2 strings to start. Now, I'm sure you've noticed I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. I'm sure some of you out there could do an even better job of what I've written here. If you do that, please send me a link. I'd love to listen to it. And thank you for watching what is probably the most difficult hymn I will post on this channel.